course, off-road courses outdoors. Here in the stadium, they've got to really drive them very, very hard, but also keep them on the racetrack. As we look back to some of the earlier qualifying action, there was one driver who will not be in the final. That is Rick Tichborne out of London, Ontario, having problems in the earlier qualifying event. This is qualifier number one as 435. Raymond Carney from Appalachian, New York. His 1990 Chevy S10 Blazer running out in front in that first qualifier. And once he took the lead on the opening lap, pretty much had that first qualifier all to his own, taking the checkered flag for the win.
So Raymond Carney, Mike White, Steve McCrossan, and Don Scott finished in the top four, and they go directly to the final, along with defending champion Gordon Spencer, who lost his left front tire in the second qualifier and still kept going for a time.
Well, Spencer may have won this event, except for the problem there with the left front tire. That allowed Linda Lou Schlamm to have a great race. As you see, Milan Mazanic chasing her all the way to the checkered flag, but it was the BF Goodrich sponsored trucks running 1-2 in this one. Linda Lou Schlamm and Milan Mazanic in their 1991 Ford Broncos running 1-2, and a great showing for both of those drivers. Linda Lou has really improved her driving from a year ago, and she takes her very first stadium win here in Toronto.
So Linda Lou Schlamm, Milan Mazanic, Gordon Spencer, Jeff Sargent advanced to the final. I had a chance to talk with Linda Lou after her breakthrough win in the qualifier. Linda Lou Schlamm, the pride of Elmvale, Ontario. You're in the final. Congratulations.
I sure am, and I'm quite happy with it. But if you notice the flagman, that's my husband. I got an extra higher jump.
How long has it been that you've been trying this?
I've been trying since '83.
Long time coming. Now you go into the final. I guess the bad news is you had to be towed off the course. Can you get the truck fixed?
Yes, no problem. I have someone working on it right now.
Well, in fact, Linda Lou did have some problems with an oil pump and oil pressure. She could not compete in the final, even though she was the first woman ever to win a heat at the Supercross. Gordon Spencer, the defending champion, though, is in there driving truck number one.
Well, he's got four wheels on that Dodge truck, and you know he's going to be one of the drivers to watch in this one. Pete Punderson won this event a couple of years ago. He has been allowed to start in this event because Linda Lou will not be able to go.
303 is Mike White from Bowmanville, Ontario.
Mike White looking for at least a top three finish here. He had a good run in his qualifier.
Jeff Sargent driving truck number 338. And rounding out the field, driving truck number 369, Milan Mazanic. But at the start, you'll notice there are 6 trucks in the front row with 2 more behind, and they really have to suffer.
Well, that's the advantage of finishing in the top 3. We're away. The charge to that first turn off that first jump. It's Spencer on the inside. Mazanic will be second through that first turn. But Gordon Spencer, oh, and look at this. We've got a tangle involving the number 435 car. That is Raymond Carney. He's hung up with Punderson, number 716. There is your race leader, Gordon Spencer. That bright yellow Dodge running out in front. Milan Mazanic in second. There the wave caution flags. As the drivers just pick their way through some of the trucks there. There's one of the trucks with a broken left front suspension. As your race leader, Gordon Spencer, number one, trying to make it 2 for 2 here at Skydome. He won this event a year ago, and although he had his problems in the qualifier, he's already coming up now to lap number 435. Raymond Carney, the Appalachian, New York driver, who won his qualifier, but of course he was involved in that incident going into the first turn.
And lucky to recover. Guys, it got noisy in here. 45,000 fans of these high-revving 4x4 trucks. It's getting deafening.
Harris Spencer, he will put Ray Carney a lap down, and Gordon Spencer, you can see off the jump, his truck is going further than just about anybody out there on the racetrack, so he's really carrying his speed. There is Milan Mazanic. He has moved around number 435, Ray Carney, so Mazanic still running in that second place position, trying to chase down Gordon Spencer. Spencer goes wide. Here comes Mazanic right up alongside, but Spencer again will just accelerate harder off the corners to hold on to that lead. And now Mazanic having to contend with one of the lap trucks here as they work this second straightaway. But for the moment, it is Spencer leading, but by just 1 truck length as they again come up on some slower traffic.
Very tough course, but at the same time, it's not the one the bikes use, and really only right-hand turns in this run.
Well, it really is a dirt oval with a couple of jumps in it. Perhaps not as difficult a course as these drivers are used to outdoors, but still, given the traction that they've got here and the traffic, you've really got to drive a calculated race. And right now, Gordon Spencer running out in front. There's that wide line off the turn. Spencer is running wide. Mazenik is tucking in on the inside. He's able to close up, but Spencer appears to have the horsepower advantage off the corners. In fact, this Dodge pumping out some 435 horsepower, and the price tag on this racing machine, some $25,000.
And he should have no trouble meeting the payments this month at least. He's just about a lap away from the finish, with Milan Mazenik drifting back into the field of slower traffic.
Well, Mazenik has definitely had problems getting around some of the lap traffic. There's Ray Carney, who was involved in that first turn incident that's put him way back. Here's Gord Spencer, number one, coming off of the final turn. The checkered flag is out at the line as Dartmouth, Nova Scotia's Gord Spencer has won the 4x4 truck final here at Skydome.
Gord Spencer, successfully defending his title, brought his young son along with him from Nova Scotia, so it was a successful trip in more ways than one. And you can see right from the start, it's all Gordon Spencer as he is well out front, able to avoid that nightmarish traffic behind him. Looked like the Parkway at rush hour.
Well, Spencer has the line into turn one. There's Mazenik in second, but here is Carney as he goes to the outside, and Punderson and number 333, Steve McCrossan, just run into him. All three of those drivers' races were really over at this point.
Gordon Spencer, the winner, ahead of Milan Mazenik, Mike White, and Jeff Sargent. And I had a chance to talk with a champion. Gordon, congratulations on winning the race. Tell me about it.
Well, it wasn't too bad. We had a pretty quick start off the line. The track's pretty rough, but one little accident in the beginning there, first turn, got slowed down, and then we finally went out ahead there, and I guess we just stayed out of trouble is the main thing.
I noticed in the qualifier you lost the left front tire. It has to be a lot easier when the wheels stay on.
Yeah, we lost, but I just decided to keep going to try and get a good qualification after the tires off. If I didn't have a good qualification or good finish there, I didn't figure I'd get a good start in the feature, so I tried to stay and finish anyways. Yeah, it's certainly a lot easier with four tires.
And a very tough track tonight, a lot of ruts out there.
Yes, it's very rough, and it's very soft, digs in a lot of chances up on your side, reps upset even.
And as always, the cream rises to the top, huh?
That's right. I'd like to thank my sponsors if I could. Miller Tire, BF Goodrich from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, Line Go Truck Repair. Thanks very much, and Dartmouth Dodge.
Gordon, congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
Gordon, the invoice is in the mail. The Molson Export Supercross